Alright guys, so welcome to the first video for the training series on how to build your true Nordic barreled sauna. In this video, I'm going to go over all the tools that you need, whether you have the bare bones kit or the pro kit that is already kind of assembled. First off, I want to say what you're about to do, not many people do, which is building your very own sauna, your own barreled sauna. Now, it's one thing to purchase a sauna and get into it, but to actually build your barrel and then get into it is a whole different story. One of the things that I absolutely love doing is going out with the boys and for an install because I love to build barrels. So in this video, we're going to just go over a few tools to get started. First things first, you want a pair of safety glasses when you're using power tools, and get yourself some earplugs, all right? Whether your wife is yapping at you, or the kids are screaming, or your power tools are going too loud, a pair of earphones are a life changer. Next up, we want to have a tape. A tape is used for measuring both your key piece, the key piece that goes on top of the barrel and on the bottom of the barrel, if you're getting the bare bones kit, or on the top of the barrel if you're getting the pro kit, to make the measurements for that, and also for your benches. It's also great to have to remember what you're packing. Next up, we want a sander. Now, you don't need a palm sander, but a palm sander is great. It comes with these small little patches. If you're doing sanding by hand, it might take a little bit longer. This is if you're marking a couple things like the benches and you want to sand it down after. Also, we add 2 markings for the pro kit on the door, so on the wall, on the front wall, and on the door to match which way your door stands. So that is very good to have. Next up, we want to have a small socket kit. This is whether you're assembling your own wood stove or you are assembling your electric stove heater. It's great to have, and that is needed for assembling those 2 things. All right, so next up is a level. As Bruce Lee said, it's very good to have a balanced life, and it's also very good to have a balanced barrel. Okay, so this is going to be for leveling both your benches, your outside seats, your both walls, and first and foremost, your base. Next up is your classic impact. Now, you probably see that a DeWalt guy, in carpentry, it's either you're a Milwaukee or you're DeWalt or you're a different brand. It's not like politics where it's better to stay in the middle. When you're doing carpentry, it's good to pick a side. But anyway, you can choose DeWalt, you can choose any, it doesn't matter. But it's always good to have an impact. That's going to be screwing your 3-inch. That's definitely not 3 inches. But impact, small impact drill with a square number 2 bit for all of your screws, okay? That's for putting on your staves and almost every other thing. Next up is a drill. So a drill with a drill bit. We have a progressive drill bit here, but you don't need a progressive drill bit. That is used for if you got the compression bands for drilling the holes, if you have the bare bones compression bands for building those and assembling those, and also for the back wall where your vent intake is if you're running the stove. Another great thing is to have a drill with a drill bit is if you're putting on your handles for your door, it's always good to drill a small pilot hole in it so that your wood doesn't crack. We always drill pilot holes for the door handles before we screw the door handles in, okay? So that is the next tool. Next up is your saw. Next up is a handsaw. You can do a handsaw or you can have your regular skill saw. We like this one better because this one is quite heavy and we do a lot of cuts. This is going to be used if you're getting the bare bones kit to cut out your door, your window. If you're doing a window on the side as well, you're definitely going to need this. If you have the pro kit, you're only going to need this for cutting a couple things like possibly your seats, the supports for your benches, and also for the key. Really the only cut on a pro kit barrel is your last piece, which is the key, okay? And we're going to be going over that in different videos. So, saw. Next up is oscillator. This is good to have, especially if you have the bare bones kit. Oscillator is definitely needed. It is good for also if you have the pro kit. If you put on the strapping, which we're going to go over next with the brad nailer, and you have missed a couple or you have a couple things poking out, it's good to have one of these to cut it off. Next is my favorite big bad boy, Mr. Bradley, the Brad nailer, a finishing nailer. And that is going to be used for putting in all your strapping. Now, one thing that we do that I'm not sure that anybody else does, but I believe everyone should do, is put a piece of strapping in between every single one of the staves. You can use finishing nails with a hammer, or you can use any finishing nailer as well, okay? So that's going to go on between every stave. The jig, Mr. Jigsaw. This we're going to use for cutting out the chimney pipe, the chimney hole, if you are doing a wood stove. And we also use this for cutting out the vent hole as well once you mark it, okay? Perfect. You can also do a small handsaw, but a good jigsaw always comes in handy. A grinder. This is for cutting out your metal roof if you're going to be putting in a wood stove. So after you mark it out, and after you cut the wood on top of the barrel, once you cut your wood hole, then you're going to lay your roof, and then you're going to cut it from inside. Remember, always have some safety glasses on, and you're going to be cutting that circle around with the grinder. It's also great to have in case, again, you have a couple things poking out at the end. Okay, next up, if you're doing a shingled roof, you can do it by hand and nail, or you can do it with a roofing nailer as well, okay? And last but not least is the little router. This is if you're getting the bare bones kit, and if you are putting in glass windows, what we do is sync. After we mark and cut the windows, we use a small hand router to sync the glass for both the windows and also. All right, so that's it for the tools. If you ever have any questions or anything while you're building your barrel, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always here. Myself or one of the guys will be more than happy to walk you through any steps, or if you're having any issues, we're more than happy to help you along the way. I welcome you as a new apprentice for almost becoming a barreled sauna master. And all the videos will be linked down below. If there's anything missing, just let us know and we'll help you out with that. And if you don't already have a kit and you would like to have a kit and you want to build your own sauna and assemble your own sauna, we got two types of kits. We either have the bare bones kit where there's hardly anything cut out, only the wood has been milled and all the necessary cuts have been made, and you do the rest. And then we also have the pro kit where it's more of like a assemble, where the walls, the door is already done, and you're pretty much good to go and assemble your barreled sauna. Enjoy, and I can't wait to see you in your barrel.